Regardless of how old we get, we still can have a fascination for model trains. Artiz was thrilled to accept an invitation to see Ronnie Jeffers' incredible train layout, with replicas of downtown Mobile, Times Square in New York City, the Mobile Delta, and Ronnie's hometown, Bay Minette.
We started back in January of 1993, and what this was back here was our shop. Me and my dad are contractors, and we built on to our building here to move our shop, so we had a lot of free space in the back. And so this room back here was my dad's Honda Aspencade. He had a 500 Honda Aspencade, and he sold it. So he wanted to start a little small layout because he works over at State Docks, at the Terminal Railroad at State Docks in Mobile. And so that was something he had always been wanting to do, but it never crossed my mind at all. So he started an 8-foot by 8-foot layout right in this spot right here where you see the city scene. And something clicked in me, and I just started helping him out, and it went from there. But it looks like it takes more time than you really think it does, but what I really do is it's really all done fast. It really doesn't look that great to me up close, but it's more like a setback scene where you can look back further away and see the night scenes. And from the day scenes, the night scenes usually bring out details that you can't see during the day scenes. So you really have two layouts here. But the layout is basically, it started off as just starting off small, but then once we added on 2 times, I started getting an idea of where I wanted the layout to go and what I wanted to look like. So I started thinking of Mobile, from Mobile to my hometown, Bay Minette. And what I wanted to do was make a large city scene where the trains would run through the convention center. A lot of the things on the layout are not in Mobile, obviously, but if I had it my way, it would be. So, and then the main line of the trains will run on down through the Delta area where all the rivers are, Mobile River, Tensas River, and Gravine Island, all those places. And then eventually on down into a city, small town that looks like my hometown, Bay Minette. So it's all fictional, actually. It's not exactly like the convention center, but I went over across the river and just drew a sketch, pencil drawing of it, and just went by that and bought some wood strips from hobby shops, some cardboard from the Kmart or somewhere, and just started during 3 days of my vacation. And that's all I did. The whole room was just completely littered with cardboard, strips of paper, strips of wood, until I was finished. And it was more work cleaning everything up off the floor than it was building it. So that's what you're in for if you're going to try to do something like that. And as far as the rest of the buildings, they're built basically the same way, out of plexiglass and strips of wood, or some of the buildings are cut out from baskets that you get from your Walmart or Kmart or somewhere, and you just cut out the square areas of the basket and then paste that onto plexiglass, and then put wood strips to make window frames and whatnots, and you come up with a skyscraper. That's all I know, something that looks like one. Anyway, Yeah, it can bring out the kid in you doing it, but it's also very technical. You know, it's a learning experience. I had a small set when I was about 10 years old, and my dad helped me with that and set it up, and nothing never worked. I couldn't keep it going. Everything crashed everywhere, and so maybe this is getting back at that. I don't know.